Myself Mittal Patel. The name of subject is PPUD 33600702. Today I'm going to explain you about the trigger, practicals on the trigger. So practical number 6 and 7, it is on trigger. Objective of these practicals are create table and perform the various tasks such as create a product and product price history table. The price of product change constantly. So write a trigger for updating product price history table when product price change in product table. And the other trigger is implement and manipulate the trigger such as create a trigger for deleting all the records of the product of particular product type when the product type is deleted. Now we are moving on practical number 6. Create a table and perform the various tasks such as create a table product and product price history. The price of product change constantly. Here you have to write a trigger such that when there is some changes in the product table, then it effect on the product price history table. Okay, that changes is done automatically when there is an insert command is performed on the product. So it is done through the trigger. So first of all, what is a trigger? So trigger is a set of SQL statements that is invoked automatically when a change is made to the data on the associated table. Trigger that can be defined to be invoked either before or after the data is changed with 3 statements like insert, update, or delete. Basically, that MySQL allows us to define the maximum 6 types of trigger on the table. The type is before insert, so it is activate before the insert operation is going to perform. Same way, after insert trigger is also there, before update, after update, before delete, and after delete. These are the 6 types of trigger. Now we are going to execute this practical number 6. This is a PHP MyAdmin. Create new database. The name of database is 10. See here, the database temp is created. Now select the temp database and create the table. First table we are going to create, that is a product. The number of columns are 3. Press on the button go. See the 3, here we have to just define the name of the columns. PID integer length 3. Next is pname varchar size 10, and last column it is pcost integer length 5. So there is no need to write SQL statement. With the use of this graphical representation, the table is created automatically. Okay. Now see the product table. There are 3 columns: PID, pname, and pcost. Okay, but there are no records inside. Now to create the history of this table, once again we are going to create a new table. So select the temp database, create table name, product price history. Number of columns are 4. Here the last column, it is going to indicate the status. P_ID. You can define the same name as a product table. 3. P_name. Type varchar. Size 10 P underscore cost integer 5, and last is status. It is going to represent the status whether it is inserted or updated. Press on the button save. Now there are two tables inside our temp database, product and product price history. In the product price history, there are 4 columns, okay, but there is no data inside. Now we have to create a trigger such a way that if we are going to insert the data in product, then it is going to insert it automatically in the product price history. Okay, so select the database temp. Now in the events more, there is a one option of the trigger. Remember one thing, that you must have to select the database temp. Okay, more trigger, add trigger. From these options, we are able to create a new trigger. The name of trigger is my trigger 1. Table, on the product table we are going to apply. At which time, before or after? So after applying insert command on the product table. So after, here use the time after. Which event? So after insert. So what is the meaning of this? That on the product table, after applying this insert command, what we have to do? That here we have to write in the definition section. So write down the SQL statement in the definition section, that insert into, in which table we have to create the history. So product underscore price underscore history table. In the syntax, there is a word values. Which values we have to insert? So in the first column, that PID which we have inserted right now. So new dot PID. In the second column, new dot P name. In the third column, new dot P cost. And in the last column, this is at the time when the data is going to insert. So write down the status as a inserted. So once again, what we have to do in this trigger my underscore trigger 1, it is going to fire on the product table after insert operation. So on the product table, when any record is going to insert, at that time, this SQL statement is going to execute automatically. So at that time, it is also going to insert the data into the product underscore price underscore history table, which value. So whatever we have inserted in a product table as a PID, whatever we have inserted in the product table as a P name and as a P cost. And the last fourth column, it is going to insert the record inserted. Okay. Now press on the button go. So here, this is your trigger. Okay. Now, if you want to do any change in the trigger, then use this edit button. Edit. Okay. Close it. Now select the product table. Apply the insert operation. Insert PID 1, monitor, product name and price 2000. Press on the button go. Now see the product table. Here there is a one record, one monitor and 2000. Now see the product underscore price underscore history table. Now see. We haven't inserted any record in this product price history manually, but it is inserted automatically with the use of that my underscore trigger 1 trigger. Okay. Same way, insert the more records in the product table. PID2, product name TV, product cost 30,000, PID3, product name mouse, product cost 500. Press on the button go. Once again, insert 2 more records. 4, P name router, P cost 3000, PID 5, P name CPU, P cost 15,000. Press on the button go. So total we have inserted newly 4 records. So total number of records in the product table are 5. Now see. Okay, these are the 5 records just we have inserted. Now we have inserted these records only in the product table. Now check the product price history table. See here. All the 5 records are inserted automatically in the price history table. It is due to trigger 1. So now in the practical number 6, the other trigger, we have to create the 2 triggers that if there is some updation in the product table, this is related to insert record. If some cost is going to change in this table product, then that cost must be changed in the price history table. That means if in here the cost of TV that is currently 30,000, but if update command is applied and be in place of 30,000, if it is 33,000, then in the product price history, it will be changed and become 33,000. Okay. And at that time here, the status is updated. Okay. So for that, we have to create a new trigger. So select our database, more trigger, add trigger, my underscore trigger 2 on the table product. After, in place of insert, use the update event. Now define that what you have to do. Okay. Update product price history, set P underscore cost is equal to new dot P cost, comma, we have to change status also. Okay. So status is equal to, in place of inserted, it will be updated, where P underscore ID, that is a column of product price history table. P underscore ID is equal to old dot PID. Okay. Once again, what we have to do in the product table, if after update operation is going to perform, then after that operation, we have to do the change in product price history table, set P cost is equal to new P cost, status is equal to updated, where PID is equal to old dot PID. Press on the button go. Now this is our second trigger. Okay. If you want to change something, then apply the action edit. From here, we can do some change and apply on the go. Now on product table, apply the SQL statement for update. SQL update. Update product set, just we have to change the P cost. Set P cost is equal to 33,000, where PID is equal to 2. That means where the PID is equal to 2, that is TV. The cost of TV that is going to change by the value 33,000. Okay, press on the button go. One row affected. Now first check the product table. See here on the PID 2, the P name is TV and the P cost is equal to 33,000. Okay, and now check the price history table. See here, PID is equal to 2, P name TV 33,000 and the status is updated. Okay, so it is going to change with the name updated, and the P cost is also changed automatically by the trigger my_trigger2. Now this is practical number 6. Now about the next practical 7. In the practical number 7 also we have to create a trigger for the delete command. Okay, so the aim of practical is implement and manipulate triggers such as create a trigger for deleting all the product of particular product type when that product type is deleted, and similar for the other databases. In practical number 7, we have to create the trigger for the delete command. So select the same logic we are going to apply, that if any product is going to delete from the product table, then that will be automatically deleted from the product price history table. Okay, so for that, create a trigger, create a new trigger, select the database type, select the trigger, add a trigger, my_trigger3 table product, after which event, then delete event. Now what we have to do, that after applying delete on the product, that we have to delete from product price history, where P_ID is equal to old.PID. Okay. Now press on the button go. This trigger is created successfully. Okay. Whatever triggers are there, my_trigger1, it is for insert, my_trigger2, it is for update, and my_trigger3, it is for delete. See here the events. Okay. Now delete one record from the product table. Select the delete command, delete from product where PID is equal to 4. Okay, that means here we are going to delete the product router. Okay, apply on the button go. Check the product table. See here, there is no product with ID 4. Okay, so PID 4, that record is going to delete. Now see the price history table, it must be deleted from this table also. Now see here, there is no record for the PID is equal to 4. So whatever trigger we have applied on the product table, that that is going to execute for the price history table also. Okay. So basically here for that temp table, we have created three triggers. First trigger, that is for the insert after. Second one is for update on the product table after. And the third one is for the delete on the product table after. Okay. So what is the meaning of that? That my underscore trigger is going to run after insert operation on the product table. My underscore trigger 2, it is going to execute after update event on the product table. And my underscore trigger 3, it is going to execute after delete event on the product table. Okay. So this is a practical number 7. Thank you.